This weekend, the sexual assault case against Bill Cosby ended in a mistrial after the jury was unable to reach a unanimous decision. Hearing the news, Cosby said, "I never met Miss Trial, but whatever she said I did, she's lying." Zimmity zoo! In case you've been mysteriously knocked out for the last few years, here's a reminder.
This case involves a 2004 encounter at his home with Andrea Constand. Constand claims Cosby drugged and molested her. He has pleaded not guilty to 3 counts of aggravated indecent assault and insists here that any sexual contact was consensual.
The hung jury result is incredible when you realise that everyone, including the defence, agree on what happened between Cosby and Constant. Yet Cosby's lawyers argue that the encounter was part of a normal romantic relationship. You know, you meet your sweetheart, give them some pills, finger them a bit without their consent, leave them passed out on the couch, just like those classic love songs. Meanwhile, Cosby has obviously been struggling to cope with this very upsetting emotional case. He did a f***ing Fat Albert impersonation whilst leaving court. Wrong time, mate. The right time was 1981 when Fat Albert was on the TV and we didn't think the creator was a monster. A spokesman for Cosby also gave a statement.
Mr. Cosby, power is back. It's back. It has been restored.
This guy's one job is to make Cosby seem like he's not a predator. And he basically told reporters, Mr. Cosby is back to full rape strength. And it's not just Constant who accused Cosby of assault.
There are dozens of accusers who have come forward with various allegations against Bill Cosby dating back to the 1960s.
More than 50 women have come forward, but almost all those incidents are older than the statute of limitations. But sexual assault is traumatic. Confronting it can take a long time. Meanwhile, there's no statute on murder, which is crazy when you think about how long some of these cases have dragged on.
This king, Tutankhamun, that has magic and mystery, that everyone all over the world wants to know how he died.
Please, I beg you. The Tuts have been through a lot. Just give them some peace already. It's very difficult to be impartially judged when you're a celebrity because it's nearly impossible to find a jury of your peers. How are you going to find another 12 beloved TV sitcom dads? They got close, but Alan Thicke died. Look, I take no joy in this. Cosby is an amazing comedian, but a terrible person. I don't want him to be a rapist, but facts are facts. Here's the thing. Science tells us the more talented you are, the more likely you are to get away with a crime. It's called the fame to blame ratio. As you can see here, labelled in the no jail area, all the celebrities that we loved. And the celebrities down here are the celebrities that we didn't love enough. Cosby, of course, falls at the upper end, along with your Woody Allens, your Michael Jacksons, your R. Kellys, the creepiest of the creeps, but also the most talented. But down here, our favourite sandwich enthusiast, Jared. Just as creepy, not very talented. Poor Jared. If only he moonwalked to the sandwich shop every day, things would have been very different. It's not fair, but it's how the system works. Tom Hanks isn't even on the chart, but if he was, he'd be way up in that corner over there. Because we love Tom Hanks. Ah, he's so talented. You know, he could kill everyone in this studio and People magazine would just write an article about how he's going through a hard time. It's hard for people to separate the artists from the crimes. Performers like Charlie Chaplin or Elvis Presley, if you Google it, you'll find out they did some creepy shit, but they're amazing artists. And directors like Woody Allen, who in my mind is a pedophile, or Roman Polanski, who incidentally is about to get a Lifetime Achievement Award, even though he once had anal sex with a 13-year-old girl after giving her Quaaludes in Jack Nicholson's hot tub. I'm sure there's a crime in there somewhere. I think both these directors are horrible people, and I personally would never work for them. I would never be in their movies. Yes, that's why I'm not a huge actor. My morals. But there is an exception to every rule. In the fame to blame ratio, it's no different. In this case, the exception is Ted Nugent. Here's some facts about Nugent. He loves guns. He called President Obama a half-breed mongrel and told him to, quote, suck on my machine gun. He became a legal guardian of a 17-year-old girl so he could have sex with her. And one of his big hits was a little ditty called Jailbait, which included the lyrics, well, I don't care if you're just 13. You look too good to be true. I just know you're probably clean. What a catchy little jingle. Now, I know these are just song lyrics. Dirty song lyrics aren't a crime. There's no evidence he's ever been with a 13-year-old girl. But there is evidence that he got a blowjob from a 12-year-old, specifically Courtney Love, because she said so on national radio. With actions like these, there's no wonder the current president invited him to the White House. But you know what's worse than all that? Ted Nugent's music. It's yes, Ted? How did he not get onto the chart? Why is he not in jail? He's been around for 50 years and all we've got is Cat Scratch Fever and the rape song. If you're going to be an horrendous person, at least give us something we can enjoy. But for everyone who's not Ted Nugent, we're unable to separate who they are from what they did. We're like children who just found out that Santa Claus doesn't exist, except it's worse because it's easier to believe that Santa isn't real than it is to believe that he's been raping the whole time. Of course he knows when you've been sleeping. He's the one who drugged you. When you think about it, it's not a big leap from ho, ho, ho to hey, hey, hey. I think they're both guilty.